Hello, everyone. I'm the Bodacious Cowboy with my co-host, Kristy Knichel. Are you ready for a special edition of the Storytelling Chronicles? We are. Let's go.
Look out! Pop, pop, it's showtime. 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 Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Oh, they don't know. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. Shut up. I'm wearing Cuban links. Yeah. Designer mix. Yeah. Inglewood's finest shoes. Whoop, whoop. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Know to keep the color red, the blues.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of the Storytelling Chronicles, empowering women into logistics. This is the award show where we will actually give out an award to the nominated person, and she is a really good person. Isn't that correct there, Kristy?
Yes, she is. We definitely got several nominations and several nominations specifically for this winner, and up and coming through the logistics industry. So we're definitely excited to share that information.
Yeah. And, over this past year in 2024, we had some really good sponsors. We had Freight Validate. Dale's a great guy. We also had Thai Software and TAFs. And we appreciate this because this wouldn't have happened without our sponsors and what they did to help us, push our narrative and believed in what we were doing. So thank you so much to our sponsors. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I think it's important that companies get involved in this mission to truly talk about the women's role in logistics and what we can all do to help women be uplifted within logistics and how they can continue to be empowered to move in different roles or just have a voice in the logistics industry. So it's really important.
Yes, it is. The one thing we don't want to forget about all the women that took the time out to spend an hour or so with us over this past year. I just want to name a few, and we have several here, just to let them know that we appreciate them. We had Ann Ranke, Charlie Safro, Casey Jenkins, Eileen Dombrowski, Ellen Voy, Ingrid Brown, Danielle Spinelli, Carrie Jablonski, Camille Gaines, Jessica Dotson, Liz Wayne, Jennifer Carpus Romaine, Linda Castaneda, Nazreen Masri, Stacy Gibson, and Lori Zalik, just to name a few. But I also want to mention the men that we had on the show who definitely supported our narrative and support the women out there in logistics and want them to succeed. A few of them were Rommel Watley, Robert Bain, Trey Griggs, Kevin Nolan, and J.D. Redmond. Did I forget anyone?
Not that I can think of, to be honest, but that was a great list of people. So we appreciate you being on the show and giving your insights and sharing your stories with us.
So, are you ready to reveal who the recipient of the 2024 Empowering Women into Logistics Award to?
Absolutely. Ready to go.
All right. Here she is. Ta-da!
Nelly. And like
Yes.
I mentioned, yes, thank you for coming on, Danielle. And like I mentioned, we received multiple nominations for you through this process. So we appreciate that. And congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. No, and I appreciate whoever it was that nominated me. That's pretty amazing. Really excited to be a part of the Women in Logistics and being able to have a voice, especially on a platform like this. So I appreciate you guys having me win. Yay.
So Danielle is the first recipient, and she's going to get a nice little plaque at some time that she can put wherever she wants. And also the winner of a $2,600 scholarship for her to spend to help her, level up, to do whatever she wants to do with the money that will help her to succeed and grow even more in the industry.
Yeah. And with that being said, Danielle, I would love to hear from you. What are you doing in the industry, not only to help yourself further, but what are you doing to help other women and empower other women? And what do you see in the future to plan on empowering women into logistics? Because I feel like every month that goes by, there's just more and more things that are coming out, whether it's events or women, talking on podcasts or whatnot, but just curious to hear from you.
Yeah. So I guess as far as for myself and kind of what I'm planning on doing with the money that I won is I've been part of Toastmasters for a while, really trying to enhance my speaking skills, especially public speaking skills. Never was the best. I fidget a lot. I dance a lot. So working on that. And then on top of that as well, I'm going to the Women in Trucking conference this, I think in November or October. And so that one would be kind of on my own dime, or I guess from this money here. So being able to be a part of that as well. So kind of what my plans are for this year is just to really further my speaking skills and, development just in myself. And then as far as for women in logistics, I guess just really having, bringing people in with me whenever I'm invited to a podcast. I know Lori was one that I invited on your guys' show. So just people that I know, sideline, they do so much and they've really made a big impact, even like on my life and as a mentor in logistics, being able to kind of bring them along the ride if I'm invited something and kind of share a spotlight on that front. So that's kind of my goals. And then just really to be somebody reaches out to me wanting to know how to do this or how did I get this done, and what was my story on this, just really being willing to be a mentor, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. I know in the nomination form, there was some information in there about you working with other women and trying to push that narrative. And I know going to events and seeing you and what you're posting and talking to other women, they do speak very highly of you and putting yourself out there. I think that's the biggest thing that I tell all the people that I mentor is putting yourself out there, finding your voice. Being heard, so that you do have the other women say underneath you coming up that have someone to look up to. And I think that's one of the comments that we saw as well. So that's great.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And you know what? There's one thing that you definitely have in your corner that's a huge plus. You're not an introvert. I met you. I mean, you are so outspoken. You're such an extrovert. Everybody loves you. Everybody wants to get to know you and hang out and learn from you, because I've seen you in work on podcasts there at BCS talking, just sharing knowledge with so many people and also absorbing it as well. So that's great. Hey, have you ever thought about doing TED Talk?
Oh no, but that would be pretty fun. I would love. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to improve my speaking skills. So anytime I get to go out and speak and do things, that's kind of my goal. But no, that would be cool.
And I was going to say, I think, first of all, Toastmasters, great. That's something I've never done. And I have the same issue that you have, even though where I'm at in my career, it's something that I need to continue to work on myself. And as far as the TED Talk that Jeff just mentioned, Charlie Safro would be a good connect for you to talk about if that's something you'd be interested in. Because
absolutely,
she's doing a lot of stuff in regards to helping herself be able to speak better in front of groups. I think she just posted something yesterday as well. But again, since you mentioned that, I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, no, I'll have to reach out. I appreciate it. That's honestly like the networking in logistics. That's kind of one of the reasons why I love conferences. Like you said, I'm not an introvert. I love meeting new people. That's like my favorite thing in the world. So, and even just like seeing, like, for instance, whenever I go to a conference and I see somebody who may be like on the wing, kind of doing their own thing, just incorporating people, because that network, you never know who they know or what they know, and then learning from them. And it's funny because one of the things I guess even my mom always tells me is every time I meet somebody, I'm like, so tell me your whole life story. Like, I want to know everything about you and everything that you know, and tell me everything. And I mean, that's kind of, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's something that I love to do. And I'm excited for this year being a whole nother year of new conferences, new people to meet, and also new networking events. Like, there's a lot more logistics networking out there that I didn't know was even a thing until kind of getting introduced and networking with people. And they're like, hey, you should come to this and come here. And so that's fun.
Yeah. I like what you just said. And one thing that I always believed in, especially if you want to be successful, is always make other people feel more important than yourself. That's
Mhm.
that's the number one. Never put yourself forward. Always, like you said, asking people about their lives. What do you do?
Right.
Personal, business, or whatever. It's a perfect way to start off a conversation. You're doing it right. Definitely for sure.
Thanks.
Yeah, so keep doing what you're doing. And, like you mentioned, when you go to conferences and seeking out those women, and if anyone that's watching this sees Danielle out there, please reach out to her and she'll bring you under, her wings and
Mhm.
help you kind of navigate it, because it can be challenging and scary for some women at times. And I know that you're going to continue to be a powerhouse and continue to move forward with your career. And I love that you're working on yourself. That's so important.
Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Yeah, one of the somebody reached out to me on LinkedIn. Hey, I'm new to the tech industry, and since I'm in tech, I'm going to conferences. I'm so nervous to meet people. So the first day, this was at Manifest, our first conference this year, and the first thing I'm like, okay, get ready, we're meeting everybody, and because I had Meg Boaz did that for me whenever I first came in. She showed me everybody, introduced me to everybody. And then Kelly from now she's at Green Screen, she did the same thing. So I really think having just somebody to introduce you to people, just that first step. So yes, if you see me, come talk to me.
Yeah, and I want to say, I'm just bringing up Nicole Glenn because one of the things she says all the time is find your tribe and build
Yeah.
that tribe around you. And I think that's important. So,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right.
Congratulations, though. Again, we're
Thank
so
you.
excited to give you this award.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's awesome.
thank you. I'm very honored.
It's awesome.
Hey.
So, for this year, we're definitely looking for more sponsors. Those who have watched the show know what our narrative and what we want to accomplish. Kristy and I, we've been doing this over a year now, and we want to continue doing this and giving awards out like we just gave to Danielle. We feel that it's very important, not just for females, but for males as well, to support our narrative, to help women grow and give them the knowledge that they need, help them to climb so they can level up and they can share that knowledge with other people and keep that momentum going, because that's the reason why Kristy and I do this every other week, because we want the industry to grow. We want to help women succeed. And I don't think that there's any other podcast out there that enables people like what Kristy and I do to help women grow. And we hope that we will hear from possible sponsors out there that are willing to donate to a great cause and to a great narrative.
Yeah, absolutely. We would appreciate the support so we can continue our narrative, like Jeff just mentioned, and supporting the women out there, so we can continue to help empower them and they can grow themselves and just continue to build their network, which is so important. So
Yep.
thank you.
So thank you so much. Congratulations, Danielle, for the first Empowering Women into Logistics annual reward.
I love it. Thank you guys. I'm very honored.
You're welcome. Well, you have a wonderful day.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
Absolutely.
We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Okay. Bye.
See you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.